Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. Our holding station up here is holding. It's holding a coal train and a steel train, and it's doing that. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is holding those trains off because we actually don't need coal and steel down here. We're actually waiting for stone brick, which is it's on its way. It's just takes a little bit of time for it to come along, though. But that station is over, and those trains are stopped here, which is makes a little bit more sense. These guys are conserving fuel while they're not needed. There is a problem there, of course, with the stone bricks. We need to get that fixed. But right now, we're not even processing any science, at least for reals. So I want to get that set up. I think I want to do the science station, like right here in line with the red and green science, but on the other side. And let's see, I don't want that power pole there, or that one there. Yeah, probably all this needs to be signaled differently as well, but it's okay for now. Let's go ahead. Robots can get some of these tracks laid down, and I can help them along. And yeah, we'll build the science over here. There we go. Let's see. This station, we're going to need a station for red and green science. Actually, we could probably do like 4 sciences coming out of a station, I think. And we'll do 4 out of one and 3 out of the other. I think that seems reasonable. So let's go ahead and copy this and put it over there. And once we get all this stuff laid down, we can, let's see, can we help this along? Yeah, so if we did like, I don't know, we don't need any conditions on those, I don't think. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. Let's see, let's go ahead and clear these out, just so we can get all the logic out. This is going to be just unloading. But we do want these filtered. And let's see, we need some chests. Can we make some of those? Okay, so let's see. The way this works right now, that'll put 1 science on one side of the belt, 1 science on the other. So let's do that. Let's get like red and green. Okay. And over on this side, we can do, I don't know, black. And blue over here. All right, these stations will need to be made someday. Let's see, we don't need any of this logic stuff. None of it. Might as well just go ahead and clear it out. We do need power, though. That is something that we do need. Let's see, we're running a power line up here. That's not really in line, though. What if we did that down here instead? That, and that. Okay, that'll get you guys powered up, and we should be able to deliver the science that we're making right now. Let's see, let's name this drop red, green, blue, black. like that. And, yeah, we don't need any of this over here as well. And, this will be set up someday, but we can go ahead. We'll just leave it for now. Just name this as something that won't confuse me. We'll just call it drop. All right, and that'll get our sciences in here once we get a train set up. Actually, do we want to go ahead and just do that? Let's go ahead and just do that. Do I have a train? I don't. Can I make one? No. Okay, so we won't do that. I'm going to run back to base and grab myself a train. And we'll see if we can't get a train running and at least delivering science over there so we can start working on our science-making facility. All right, I went and grabbed a train so we can get this moving. Let's see. Let's go ahead and fuel that guy up. And let's reserve some spaces here. I want that to be red. I want that to be green. I want that to be black. And that to be blue. And let's just carry that on around. No, red. There we go. And that should be good for that train. Let's see. Did I name these stations something reasonable? Pickup, red, green, science. That's reasonable. Pickup, red, green, science. That is not reasonable. Pickup, black, science there. Red, green, right there. You want to go to pickup, red, green, science. Wait condition, inactivity, pick up black science, inactivity, let's say 2 seconds for both of those. Actually, 1. I think 1 is what we've been doing. I think that'll be more than enough time. And then come to this station, which is drop science, red, green, blue, back. And I think we want to do an activity here as well. I've been really attracted to inactivity. It solves a lot of it solves a lot of things that I want solved. Probably to my detriment. And I went up and not only grabbed some things to make that train, but I went ahead and stole all the science labs and just started boxing these extra sciences. I've cut off the red and green science, so that's no longer being made up here. Probably could tear all those down, but I wanted to go ahead and drain out the lines as much as I could. So the blue science is only being produced up here, and boy, it looks like, yeah, we're at a little bit low on power, something I've been meaning to take care of for a while now, but have not. But let's go ahead and get that train going, so we can go ahead and get some science out on the line here. All right, I've been playing with sushi setups quite a bit in this series, and I've been going off of my basically circuit-based. But generally, whenever I start going into sushi setups, they suggest belt setups. And there are a lot of belt setups for doing science stuff. So I thought I would go ahead and set up the sushi science setup using a more of a belt setup, since the belt setups work really, really well for it. And I went over a couple of these in the creative series, and I was wanting to go and make a blueprint of some of those. But I don't know where that save file is right now. I've probably got about 5 instances of Factorio on my machine right now, and I can't seem to find that playthrough on any of them. So I hope it's not lost. But I think we can figure this out. I seem to recall one, and I remember the idea behind it. So let's see if we can derive this. The idea of the sushi setup that I'm thinking of was basically the idea of taking a belt and using splitters in order to establish a bound on that belt. So what I'm getting at here is let's do this right here. And we'll take those 2 belts coming out of it. So what this does, if we have a full belt of item A coming in here, this first splitter is going to take 50% of that belt and put it up here and put 50% down here, like all the time, right? And this belt up here is going to get split again. So this 50% that's up on this belt is going to get split. So we're going to have 25% of that belt coming on this belt. And then this splitter is going to join that 50% and this other 25% together. So at the end of the day, we have 75% coming on this side of the belt and 25% coming on this side of the belt. This 75%, we want to send back, and it's this 25% that we want to actually go and send out into the world. Now, why is this 25% important? Well, if you look at our science belts down here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that are going to be coming in, each with different sciences. And if we go ahead and just kind of set these up to visualize them, that's going to be a that's going to be like purple science right there, and these down here are going to be the yellow science, and this one over here is going to be the space science. We'll just throw it all in one belt. So we have red and green, black and blue. We'll have the purple and yellow and the white one right here. 4 belts. So if we have 25% on each one of these belts, if we can limit that through this contraption, at the end of the day, we're going to have 1 full belt. So that's why this sushi setup works. And I just got to remember how it works now. Okay, so with this right here, we have 25%. That is going to go off and do a sushi thing. Let's just kind of simplify this a bit. And this is going to end up coming back and feeding into this. So for, as an example, this right here would be like this belt right here, the red and greens coming in. We want to take this 75% around, this 25% coming back in, and merge those together. And take this around and merge that in. So we have a full belt coming, split, split, split. 25 is going to go that way. 75 is going to go that way. That's going to come back. We're going to get our 100%. This is bound at 100%. This won't back up because we're sending 75 out here, 25 out here. Those are going to combine together and make 100. So there's never going to be more than 100 that could possibly ever get out here because we're only sending it 1 belt. And then that'll back up here. And if we put an input priority on this one, it's going to take this first. And then this one, which will be our main input, is only going to fill that whenever this one isn't a full belt. So we'll have a full belt. If nothing gets grabbed, we'll have a full belt coming here, and it'll just pass on through. And as items get taken off of this, that's going to make less and less of this, and that's when it's going to pull from here. Does that make sense? Kind of does to me, I think. A little bit. Let's just see. Let's just see if this works. We can do some testing here. Let's get a couple of stack inserters. Let's get a couple of these. We're going to need some power up here. And what do we have? We have iron, and we have wood. Okay, so that's going to come in here. That's going to be limited to a belt. 25% of that belt is going to go up here. and 75% of that belt is going to come here and get combined into one. And as you can see, we're not adding anything from here because nothing, we've filled up the capacity of this, and we still only have 25% out here. So if we take some of these items, those are going to be replaced by the items that are coming off of here. Yeah, I think that's what we want. I think that is what we want. Let's clean this up a bit. And set it up a little bit more friendly-like. Let's see, we can pull this one back and scoot this one up. Take that up like that. We want an input priority down there. We want a fish filter on the same side. We want a fish filter up there. We want a fish filter right there. And I think that's the only place we need those. And this is going to be our input belt. All right, we don't have to build this all out right now, but that's going to be the red-green science. That would be the next one, which would be the black and blue science. So that's going to come in up here. And you guys are done. That will come out here. Okay, we need to adjust that. This is going to be our sushi go-router thing. So if we take that up like that, you guys will want to merge together like that. And we'll fish that off. And we're going to need some more of these. Let's just go ahead and lay those out. Since we're in a design mode. We're going to need one. We're going to have to space that out a bit, aren't we? What if we took this an extra belt out? Yeah, there we go. So one for the next level, which would be the yellow and purple, and that one would finally be the space science. Those are our input belts. This is going to be the sushi belt going out. How many labs do we have right now? We have 10? We have 20. So if we did, oh, I was going to say, where are you guys going? We took that going that way. Did 5 and 5. We could always expand that going off into that direction. Let's see, we could do... Okay, I'm sorry, I just keep rethinking things here. What if we did it like this and took you guys going down instead? You go down, down, down. Combine you, combine you. Get that belt going the right way. Trying to think of what my what was my thought there. What was my reason for doing that? Sure, I had a good one. Oh, okay. I remember now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take this up. Actually, you know what? I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm thinking with any of this. That'll go off and do little things, right? And then we're going to need a return here. We are going to want... Let's see, that's going to come in a little bit closer. So the filter will filter off the space science there. And that'll need to come under and attach in there. That'll continue to come down. This is going to be our purple and yellow. And let's just look down here. Purple is going to be on the top of the belt. Yellow is going to be on the bottom of the belt. So coming this way. We need to do... Oh, hey, look. There are our guys right there. Okay. I wasn't expecting that to come so soon. But that's all right. Let's go ahead and cut those off because we don't have the full loop going yet, so it'll break. Yellow is going to be on the outside. Okay, so that is actually correct. And then we want to filter off purple next. That. Then bring that on around. Then we'll do the same for blue and black. Which black is going to be on the bottom. So this needs to be blue and black. Okay, and let's see, do we actually need to do that? I think we could just go ahead and take that straight in. Okay, this is all a big mess now because we didn't have it all set up. It wasn't set up to Sushi correctly before we started it. So let's go ahead and drain some of these guys off here. And we'll see if we can't reset it. So if we started something like this... actually, I'm going to get this figured out here. I promise. All right, maybe a little bit of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start with 5, just to get some kind of guide. We can take this up as high as we want. That'll come up through here. Okay, and then we can grab another set of labs and move them right here. You guys will come around. We could get another set right here. And that's actually all we have for labs right now. But as we get more, we'll be able to expand that out even further. Not beautiful, but you know, we got the mechanics over here. We got the setup for it. So this should actually work. Now, do we want this to be there? I'm okay with it. Could maybe be a little bit closer. But yeah, I mean, I think someday we're going to end up modifying this. I'm not happy with this this look. Looks a little bit silly. But since we're here, let's go ahead and just take these up by 1, because any small improvement that I can make is an improvement. Yeah, and I know that's off over there. Okay, let's just do this. Let's make it just even. Everybody grab one. Come in. We should be able to do this with 1 power pole. Looks okay. Oh, no it doesn't, does it? Gonna have to end up redoing all this anyway. There we go. That works. And will you guys stretch across? Sure will. Groovy. All right. Okay, that gets all our labs powered up. Very nice. Let's come down here and dump off all of our extra science that we had that I just picked up off of the line. Okay. And let's hook these up and let's see if it works. Let's research something. Hey, we can do the military stuff finally. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. All right, can we make some more labs? I didn't even stop to even look. We can make 20 labs. Let's make 20 labs. That basically double our science input right now. That's going to be feeding in the science vials, basically 25% at a time to make that a full belt. We are bound to basically the 25%, 50% of the belt going out right now because we only have 2 sciences. So we'll never have any more than that out on the lines. And here you go with the red and science, the red and green science. You can see we're getting basically our line coming together. We're getting a full belt because nothing's being taken off of it right now. Well, no, things are getting taken off. They're getting kind of trickled in as just to fill in the spaces of where things need to be. And we've got flamethrower. Let's go straight for bullet damage. Or was that projectile damage? Yeah. Go ahead and get some of those things that we need because we still have biters on the map and pollution is sneaking ever closer to them. We should be okay on the north. I haven't heard us being attacked or anything up there. But yeah, we need to buff up a little bit on the military power and go down there and kind of visit those guys. Boy, I wish this didn't look so goofy. We'll do something about that. We'll do something about that soon. But for now, I think it's looking pretty good. All right, military science is going. We could probably run up here and grab the blue science and get that on the line. Let's just do that real quick. I've already gone way over on this episode anyway. What's a couple more minutes? If you're not interested in watching me pick up blue science and putting it in the chest, you can go ahead and be excused. I just know, it's one of those things. I know there's some folks out there that would like me to skip a lot of this stuff. And I know there are some folks out there that want to see every waking minute. And boy, it's really hard to balance those two. Oh, hey guys. Really hard to balance those two preferences, if I'm honest. All right, and that's just going to keep on producing blue. And we probably want to continue to produce blue until we actually get it down here. Which we're really close. We're actually very, very close. We need to just get refining set up. And power pole. Just need to get refining set up, and I think we'll be good to go. It would probably also be nice to, just since we're here, go ahead and make this a little bit more car-friendly. Because I've been coming through this area a lot. Oh, we're waiting on you? Okay. Come on. All right. Blue. Blue. And some blue. And we've got some extra red and green over here, too. Let's go and throw those in there. Just for good measure. Alrighty, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good indeed. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode. Where, yeah, I guess the next step is going to be to get refining up, so we can go ahead and start working on blue science next. Either that, or I'll piddle a bit with some more circuitry. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Have a good one.